Okay, hello everyone. Today I was talking to you guys about a topic that I thought was very important to anyone. It's very important to me myself as well. The topic is the way you carry yourself matters a lot, you know. So I know a lot of us here, we do have a tendency of saying I don't care, but we had yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to say I don't care. It's a good thing to have like a mindset of saying I don't care what people think of me. I don't care even if they judged me, you know, they judge me and things like that. That's a good thing to have. But we have to balance. We have to know in which area we use the word I don't care. You know, because sometimes we do actually have to care in certain area in our life, you know, when we do things. I will give you an example. It's a very simple example that I kind of thought it was kind of very appropriate to use on this. I would say like our language, right? Like the way we carry ourselves, it can be in our speech. It can be the way we our language, our appearance. You know, those are the very key things that makes people think. Because when someone sees you, like the first thing they see your appearance. They're like, oh, she's very professional, or she's very beautiful, or she's very this, right? The second thing will be they want to know your head. They want to know your mind. Like, how do that person think? The second thing will be like, let me go and talk to her. They will go trying to talk to you, so they will want to listen to your language, right? It might be a professional, someone that's, it might be a boss, it might be a friend, it might be a teacher, it can be anyone, you know, that will want to approach you to talk to you. So the first thing is your appearance, physical appearance. The second thing is your mind. But I wouldn't say which one is the most important. I would say your language. Why do I say the language? Because your language, it's describe who you are. It's your character. The way you talk, it's your character, because that thing is coming inside you. Do you filter your word? Or do you just take out anything that comes out of your head, like comes out of your mind, and you just speak it? You know, because I would say this. Let's say like I will use the word curse like an example of a cursing, like inappropriate language, right? So I know a lot of people have this tendency of saying like, oh, I don't want to curse in front of kids, moms usually, I don't want to curse in front of kids, fathers, like dads, like, I don't want to curse in front of kids. That's not a good thing to do, you know. She's just a child. She don't want to know all that. Why are you saying that? Because you know that cursing is not a good thing for a child. Or cursing is not a good thing at all. So if you know that's not a good thing, why are you doing it? So I'm giving the cursing, I'm giving that example because I'm saying, like, to a point where I'm saying, when you know, like, your conscience tells you it's not a good thing to do, why are you doing it? Because I would say, like, that's when, like, that was actually one of the good examples that I had in mind. When we know that cursing is not a good thing, I know that I don't like to use it in the front of children, why am I even using it with my friends? Because you don't want to have the habit of cursing all the time, because one day you will curse where you don't supposed to, or to a place where you do have like in mind, okay, I'm not supposed to curse here, but because you are used to that, you curse. I would say, like me, I always have this thing, like, okay, I know my God, like we're not supposed to have to use God's name in vain. Like I do apologize for that, but like God is like everything to me, right? So like all the time His name is something that's the closest thing to me. Anytime something scary is like, oh God, you know, like oh dear Jesus, you know, like that's how I say it, because I know that's something that I always love to say at work. I know, like where I used to work before, I know some people used to have this thing, oh dear Lord, because I know that's something that I do all the time, right? I know some people might like it, some people might not like it. And I know it's not a good thing to do, to use God names in vain, but I know a certain time when I do that, it's like, oh my dear, that's when I'm happy. Like when I'm happy with my God. That's how I use it. And when something like that's something like scares me, I'm like, oh God, because I would say I'm crying for help. That's how I use it to me. I don't use it like just playing around. When I'm happy or something scares me, that's like when I'm asking for Him to rescue me, or I'm saying I'm being happy with my Lord. Like I feel, that's how I feel, like the way I say it, that's how my heart tells me when I say that word. But like most of the time, you see, because I'm used to that word a lot, like when I'm home, or like that's the name that pops out in my mouth. Even when I'm at work, sometimes I found myself saying that, because I got myself, like, it's a habit, right? It has become like a habit to me. I wouldn't say it's a bad habit. I would say it's a good habit because I like it. I don't think it's a bad thing, you know? Because if I knew if it's a bad thing, I would really try my best trying to leave that, you know? But if I feel my spirit saying that that's not a good, Sylvia, leave it alone, then I will. Because I know sometimes when I use it, I'm like, no, Sylvia, that's really bad. I'm like, oh God, forgive me, you know? Then I try not to do that. When I know it's not a good thing, I try not to do that. Like that's an example, because I know I'm not perfect in any way. Never. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like when we know cursing is not a good, why do we do it at all? Which means that it's not good for the kids. It's not good for us. Why don't we want our kids to start cursing? Because we know that they might get judged outside or things like that. People like might think of them in certain ways, or they might like attract certain type of people in their life and things like that. We just want the best for our kids. Why don't we want the best for ourselves, right? So yeah, like when the example that I gave that example because one day you might be at work, you might not be even in front of your supervisor or your manager, but you might be with your friends talking and things like that, and your boss maybe was passing by, and your boss think of you very highly, probably, right? And like overheard you saying the word, like, oh, whatever, and they'll be like, oh my God, I didn't think that of that person that way. Probably maybe I haven't got to know that person yet. Maybe the boss, they were thinking of you representing the company, you know, they thought you were a good candidate for representing their company. Now they would think of you twice. Maybe they might say, okay, we might try to find a different candidate because I think we don't know that person yet, or they're not a best candidate for the company yet, you know. So not only that, what I'm saying that the thing that we think, the thing that might help, that can help us, you know, that not only that can bring good thing to our life, can be the same thing that will I would say our language can be a source of blessing, or it can be a source of taking our blessings, or source of opportunity, or taking our opportunities. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm saying the way we carry ourselves really matters. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped someone out there. And feel free to leave a comment if you agree or disagree, and I would love to know your mind, what you think. Alrighty, thank you guys for watching, and have a good one. Bye.